Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to K-pop Demon Hunters is amazing. Let's figure out why this amazing show is amazing. I already know why it's amazing, but let's figure out why it's amazing, you know? Don't forget to give this video a like and the channel subscribe if you like it. The video will be in the description and you can go from there if you want to give them a subscribe. But yeah, let's get on into this and figure out what the dealio is all about.
This video is sponsored by Raycon. K-pop Demon Hunters is YA nonsense and I absolutely adore it. This movie is basically a litmus test on if you're trying too hard or not, as it's so fun that getting hung up on any of its flaws feels pointless. Sure, it has a little too much.
Also, I think a big reason why I succeeded is the characters are hot, the males and the females.
Going on, the resolution for the generational trauma could fit on a sticky note, and only 2 out of 6 antagonists have an actual name, but you couldn't get me to care about most of it, as everything else is just that fun. Plus, you know, everyone's really hot.
I just said that, yep. And these women are thirsty AF. Jeez. Based.
So we're just gonna do a quickie review, as I truly believe if you've seen the trailer,
Did you say quickie review?
you should already
11 minutes is a quickie review for you? Dang, you can last for a while, bud.
know if you want to see this movie or not. My pitch is simple. Yes,
Definitely watch the movie. I highly recommend.
do it. Truly, the only hurdle involved with loving this film, the sole rational thing you can get hung up on, is that K-pop Demon Hunters is cringe. And by that,
It's a good cringe. I like it. I was really scared because anytime there's like a show or movie or something when there's music involved, I always get a little hesitant to watch it because I'm like, the songs are going to be cringe. But the songs in here are really good.
I mean, there's nothing new about it. The concepts and tropes have all been done before. These cliches
And I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing cliche things as long as it's good.
are so run through, even Book Talk would throw shade. The broody anti-villain has a tragic backstory, because of course he does. The power of friendship saves the day, and the movie looks you dead in the eye and brings up shipping. All the things that people mock and
Lots of movies don't do shipping anymore. God forbid a male and a female love each other in this day and age. I bet Twitter was going off.
try to pretend that they're better than, it's here. But I promise you, if you disregard the opinion of people who only play Call of Duty or are just trying to be pretentious, you will have a great time by embracing the twee melodrama, as it is such a good time. The heroes are endearing, the villains are deliciously hateable, the final
Deliciously hateable? Oh, that is quite the sentence.
boss is weaponized shame, so please take a chill pill and have a blast. Plus, the music is really good.
I'm all you need, I'ma be your idol.
Before I go any further in gassing this movie up, shockingly, I do have a sponsor. And yet,
Oh, snap. Dude's got a sponsor? Here, use his promo.
now to actually tell you what the movie is about, K-pop Demon Hunters is a story of Huntrix, a trio of K-pop idols who kill demons, sing songs, and in contrast to every real-life celebrity ever, has nothing but pure positive opinions of their fans.
I never thought I would want a K-pop Demon Hunters. When I first saw this, I didn't even see any trailers or anything about it. But I've heard good things about it. So when I first was getting into it, I'm like, oh, I bet it's gonna be like the quality of like that one Ladybug kids cartoon or whatever the heck it's called, or just like some medium-sized budget in storytelling. I wasn't expecting it to be like generic, but in a good way.
They all aspire to complete the Hanmoon, a magical barrier that separates the human and
Also, I heard they were gonna make originally like a 3-hour version, but then they didn't because they were worried it just wasn't gonna do good. So they were like, let's just make the typical hour 30. So we missed out on another hour and a half of what could have been, you know, and that's frustrating.
Demon World, with them being on the cusp of sealing the Demon World for a whole generation. But when the devil can't get to you, he sends a man, or in this case 5, in the form of the Saja Boys.
Yeah, the demon likes to be a little cheeky, and he'll find any way to get you to be on his side.
Sonic boy band sounds stealing their fans to weaken the Hamoon and allowing the king to feast on humanity's souls, things kinda go off the rails.
That battle scene was quite well animated and choreographed, or whatever the heck that word is.
Immediately, with their friendship, love, and self-acceptance all now being on the line. If I were to pick one thing to praise about this movie over all the others, it's that the music and action are synced to perfection. I'm a sucker for fights that happen on beat, making all these sequences my personal form of crack. I don't think the soundtrack has a bad song in it, with Takedown and How It's Done being incredibly fun as battle track.
Yeah, I don't think there were any songs that I genuinely was like, oh, this is just mediocre or just trash. And it's crazy how this movie, these songs have broken in real life records from a band that technically doesn't even exist.
My favorite is easily Your Idol, offering the best atmosphere and dance choreography for my money. The girls aren't lacking by any means, but this song just has me in an insane chokehold. Speaking of the girls, they are delightful, and I long for the days when Disney let its female characters be this level of freaky.
Yeah, no, I love having like characters that represent them, instead of feeling like things are being forced on you and the characters being forced to be a certain way and just feels unnatural. This just felt so natural, like a bunch of girls just being stupid together.
Semi-related, but nothing made me laugh harder about Encanto than hearing about just how much the mouse lost millions of dollars because they assumed all the girls would want dolls about the mean older sister, only for the people to cry out for Louisa action figures. Disney's last couple of princesses have sadly felt more like role models than people. Meanwhile, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe are a
Yeah, that's true. I haven't even watched really any of the latest Disney movies. Like this one here I didn't watch. I didn't feel like wasting my time on it because I've heard it was very bad. And the villain so called is actually an understandable, logical guy.
people.
Like you can't have your wish come true every single time.
Meanwhile, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe are a trio of goofy degenerates who manage to hit the sweet spot
Degenerates, yes they are. Oh my gosh.
of being dorks who are also badass. This movie is all about shame and hiding parts of yourself, with that being worked into the mantra of Huntrix. To be perfect and never let their fears be seen, this leads us to watching them on stage be the perfect idols for their
Remember guys, you can show emotion. There's nothing wrong with that. I won't, but you guys can.
fans to worship, only for us to see them in their downtime being relatable burnouts. They are not perfect. I would have liked to see Mira and Zoe struggle just a little bit more to try to be, but I think the right decision to have them be firing on all cylinders all the time is one of the best ones they could have made, as it leads to a lot of really funny moments. Not just the girls thirsting over the abs, but more importantly, it lets this unconditional love seep through.
Yeah, that whole thirsting over the abs part had me laughing. I was like, this is hilarious.
And makes us adore the bond between the girls, as they are just a constant beacon of dopamine. This feels like a real friend group made up of real friends that have known each other for years. They've
Yeah, and it's so nice to have where it feels genuinely like they're besties and they've gone through a lot together.
survived through thick and thin, with this movie being the moment where they finally start to be on different pages, despite desperately not wanting this to be the case. These three are great, well-rounded characters, with the only missed opportunity to me being how we just didn't get a chance to really integrate Mira and Zoe's personal flaws more into the story. But as
I feel like they would have been able to do that if they released the actual full version of the movie instead of the budget-friendly version of the hour and a half, instead of what they were going to sound like by the words of it from the original 3 hours.
doesn't really ever feel like a true issue, which I think it needed to be, especially when a certain decision happens towards the final act, which felt a little out of pocket given the context that it happened in. It's not egregious, I'm just of the opinion that since Rumi is basically the main character, we could have just given the other two something a little bit more meatier to chew on in that finale. Rumi, though, as a lead really works, and I can't really talk about any of it because it's all spoilers. But it works. It all works, even if there are like 3 different things going going on with her character that I feel like could have been the focus of a movie, with those three plot lines being Rumi's identity issues and her relationship with her mother figure, her friendship with
Yeah, her mother wasn't the best in my opinion. I think they should have been truthful at the start and been like, "Hey, I understand we have to fight demons, and our goal is to get rid of these demons." But yeah, my mom screwed around with a demon man, and she got impregnated by this demon's goop, and yeah, so I'm like part demon. But hey, I'm not here to kill anyone. Can you guys like chill out and we can fight these demons and these scars will so called go away? So let's like work as a team.
the girls and their new rivalry with the Saja boys, and of course the romance, which happens. But that's not a spoiler, as it is an inevitability. As they really weren't going to put this much work into designing the Saja boys if they
I want to know how long it took to design these characters to make them look so perfect.
weren't going to put one of them on a platter and ship him for all he's worth. As people are down bad for these boys, and honestly fair. This is not the first time this has happened, and it certainly won't be the last, but for someone, this is definitely their first, so congrats. But even in
Yeah, there's a lot of people now have crushes on these guys and girls.
that context, Ginyu is still to stand out as a fun, tragic-ish anti-villain whose banter with Rumi manages to be just the right amount of annoying, and sadly, he is all that.
He's also quite the nerd. Like when he almost slips in the the hot tub area and he runs in the hallway. He's like, I thought that was funny as heck. What an absolute Chad.
Perfect asshole.
I think my deepest heart's
That scene
desire
was
is for this
hilarious.
movie to turn into a series that can expand on, well, everything. But at this point, I think I'd settle for a director's
He's a cool guy, but also a nerdy little bean.
cut that add just an extra 10 minutes to the film, as I feel like that would do a lot for the rest of the film. As is, K-pop Demon Hunters is fantastic. It's a fun ride from start to finish. Don't let cringe hold you back from enjoying this thing, as I promise you, the Reaper will not care how cringe
Oh snap! Oh snap! The shipping!
you were in high school.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
So just enjoy yourself shame-free lest you be consumed by the sentient bonfire that is this film's villain. Go check it out if you haven't already. I got a few spoiler thoughts I need to just put on
Okay, spoilers, guys. Though I'm pretty sure I've already been calling out spoilers.
blast. So if you don't want to hear those spoilers, well, this is your chance to step out. Don't worry, this video isn't going anywhere. Probably. YouTube gods are weird like that.
That
But
is
to get into
true.
the spoiler thoughts, Rumi is a half demon, and I think that was a great opening twist. We're led to believe that only humans could be hunters, with the revelation of what Rumi is calling into question everything we were initially told. The story doesn't go full demons are just people and we should all just chill angle. However, it does lead to a great message of letting go of self-hatred and accepting yourself, flaws and all. Rumi starts to lose her voice, choked by her patterns and her disgust for them rotting her from the inside. It's only by getting
Well, because she's been taught from young on by her mom that this is a bad side of her. Like she needs to get work towards getting rid of it.
to know Ginyu and understanding the meaning behind them that allows her to start singing again. Now, I'll fully admit that the first time she brings up how Ginyu helped her, I did have to do a double take. As for how horrible Rumi losing her voice is, we never actually get a scene where she realizes it's back. She just starts singing again and
Yeah, I think if there was an if they ever do the extended bit, I feel like they could introduce and let people know, oh, she's got her voice back at this moment in time.
actively tells us like, oh, this is because of these rendezvous. And while that is a bit jarring, I do like what she means. It's not that love for this guy who's lying sets her free. It's understanding him that allows her to understand herself, and that's what frees her voice. That she doesn't need to hate what she is, but her only getting her through that final hurdle at the very end as she tosses aside her more toxic beliefs. Do I think she jumped to that conclusion about building her own Hamoon better with blackjack and hookers? A little. That's more to do with like, oh, I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more of the mentor, as she is the source of Rumi's shame. So while I'm thematically and symbolically behind this, I feel like we could have gotten like an extra 3 minutes sprinkled throughout the film to kind of just give us more insight into what her and the dead mom's deal is.
Yeah, I think that would have been nice getting a little bit more of that other woman's perspective on the whole scenario, because we don't get really any time with her.
Speaking of dead,
Oh my gosh. part of me is so happy that they actually killed off a character, and part of me was actually a bit sad. And then also with yeah, just this death part was like kind of not expected from films nowadays when no one dies off, which is very annoying. And she got to get her first soul, and it was the guy that she potentially liked.
Now that's actually tragic, unlike his BS backstory, which I do like the twist that Jinyu claiming, oh, I made a deal with the devil to get myself and my family out of poverty, only for it to be.
But it kind of made me sad how like a couple minutes later they were chill, like, oh yeah, this guy died, but whatever. I liked him, but hey, whatever.
Revealed he only uplifted himself.
It would have been nice if like they had like a grave or something somewhere, and she got like went to it and said like, I'll miss you or something like that. Because then at least we know she's still thinking about him.
And left the other two to die, ripping out any potential nobility from that choice and leaving us with just a selfish choice that he has spent the rest of his life regretting. And just like how Rumi's self-hatred
Yeah, that's a pretty bad thing to do.
holds herself back, Jinyu's holds him in the Demon King's thrall as he believes it's too late for him. This tiger can't change.
It saddens me when people think it's too late for them, when in reality it's just them thinking it's too late for them, but it's never too late. It's like this one guy who who was thinking about becoming a doctor, but he's like, oh, it's too late for me. It's like a 4-year course, and I got a baby boy. I can't do it. And I was like, yeah, I feel like it'd be difficult, but if you worked hard, you could achieve it.
Changes
Nothing. I'm just trying to say that at the end of the day, nothing's too late, unless you're dead. Then it's too late.
stripes, and I love how that's how the Demon King controls all the demons. As it's not just like, oh, they fear me, they're terrified. It's no, he can force them to hear their worst moments, and they serve him out of terror, fear, and guilt of those voices getting
Dude just sounds like the devil.
even louder. Of the little things I liked, the manager character was extremely funny.
Yeah, the manager was quite chill. I like the guy.
Most of the side characters in this film are pretty hilarious, though the ones that take the cake have to
Oh my gosh, I love these two, especially the bird
be the
and of course the little tiger guy's dorky as heck.
crow and the derpy cat. I want
Yep.
plushies of these things yesterday, along with a sequel and a TV show as
Oh, okay, so here we go with the sequel and TV show. I don't want them to overdo it. They got like one good, really good movie out of it. Maybe make like a prequel when everything first started and how that happened way back when, yeah. But other than that, they shouldn't do anymore. It's like with Squid Games. I think the original was fantastic. If they only do one season for the American version, I'm fine with that. And then I'm also fine with the one that they're planning on doing where how they explain how it all happens. But anything after that, I feel like it's just gonna fall off. Like you're just milking it at that point.
this world is super interesting. These characters are so fun. And I feel like we could get so many more hours of entertainment out of them. The Sajas
I think so. Yeah, you could get more hours of entertainment out of this, but I feel like the beauty sometimes is just having the little bit you do have. Because if you end up having too much, sometimes it just breaks the specialty of it.
especially, and I wouldn't complain if they brought back Jinyu. This movie just feels custom built to entertain me, and I'm selfish enough to beg for more. But that's enough out of me. Tell me what you all thought down below. What did you like about the movie? And would you sell your soul to get more of it? Best way to
I'd never sell my soul. Screw that.
get sequels is to make some noise and annoy your friends into watching. So let's get started on that. And remember, the sequels is to make some about the movie. And would you sell your soul to get more of it? Best way to
Okay, the only thing I do want is I want these flavors to become a reality. Anyways, I think that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Yeah, I think the movie's good. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of the movie, if you've seen it or want to see it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You guys take care. Peace and God bless you. Bye bye.